Hello, hello, hello. Today is January 29th, and Denesha and I just came back from a tropical smoothie, and there's Denesha. So, yesterday we had a small group on evangelism, and we talked about the story of Philip and the Ethiopian. So basically, Philip was on his way somewhere, and God was like, I want you to go talk to that Ethiopian. And so he went to the Ethiopian was reading Isaiah, so the prophet was like, or Philip was like, do you understand what you're reading? And he was like, well, how can I unless someone explains it to me? So it was like the perfect open door for Philip to, talk about the passage and then, talk about the gospel. So today was day one of praying for divine appointments. And so we went to Tropical Smoothie. This is keep in mind, it's like 10:30, right? Well, it was 10:30 when we went. And we went there, and we were just talking to the guy. Like, there was no one in there, so I was just like, oh, how was your day? Just starting a conversation, and we talked a little bit, and he was saying about, like, his love life issues or whatnot. And then we just got our drinks and left, and then Denesha and I both were like, we should have said something about Jesus. So she said this, like, corny Jesus thing, and she said, let's go back inside and say it. So we went back inside, and she started the conversation and was like, I just felt like we should talk about Jesus. And he was like, oh, now things are getting even more complicated. And then I was like, how are they getting complicated? He was like, because Jesus has been on my mind, like, this whole time. And then it occurred to both Denesha and I, except she expressed it more, that he was, like, the Ethiopian that Philip wants to reach out to, because just as the Ethiopian was like, I was reading this and I didn't understand it, and blah, 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 how can I understand unless someone explains it to me? This young man was like, yes, I've been thinking about Jesus, and I don't really know why. I don't know if he's forcing. I don't know if, like, I should be feeling guilty or if he's calling me to him. So it was, like, perfect timing, because he needed another sign from God, which was, in this case, Denesha and I, to pursue Jesus, and he's going to do so by getting in contact with the churches he's been looking at, and it was just a really cool moment. And so I just want to share that, and just to be encouraged when you watch this in the future, that you should always just be bold, even if it's awkward at first, because you never know when that person needs to hear what God has stored in your heart to say to them. And so it's really cool, and Denesha was overly excited. I had to, like, calm her down so the guy wouldn't think that she was crazy. But it was really great. I'm just kidding. But she was like, you're the Ethiopian! Like, you can't just say that and then expect him not to be, like, totally confused. So I had to explain him the background story. But it was really awesome, and it was really encouraging to both of us. And now we're doing homework. So, yeah, bye.